Well, my journey at uOttawa really shaped how I see the university presence here in Kanata North. When I started my MBA in 2014 at Telfer, I was already managing a team at the time, but I was leading mostly by instinct. So the MBA gave me the why behind what I was doing and broadened my perspective beyond the technical background. It taught me to speak the language of different functions like finance, supply chain, marketing, and that changed everything for me. Over time, that breadth of understanding opened doors, and I became known for execution, adaptability, which eventually led me to the COO role and now the president of Pleora. So when I look outside my office window and see that uOttawa campus right here in the tech park, it feels like an extension of our company. We've partnered on R&D projects, we've tapped into the Telfer Management Consulting Program, we've hired co-op students, and we even worked with the EMBA program on international expansion. So that proximity makes collaboration real and immediate, and it enforces how important the university is to this ecosystem. A few experiences from my MBA at uOttawa have stayed with me and shaped how I lead today. In my final term, we ran a strategy simulation where each team assigned roles. I took on the COO role for that exercise. That was 3 years before I actually became a COO in real life. It was a powerful preview of what execution, trade-offs, and alignment really looks like. The international component was just as formative. We spent 3 weeks in Germany studying alongside students from Australia, Argentina, and the United States, as well as China and the rest of Europe. We built a global network that still connects regularly 10 years later, and it expanded my view of how business gets done across cultures. But maybe the most important learning came from day-to-day activities of team projects. Forming groups, navigating friction, facing deadlines, and deciding when to step up or step back, that taught me what leadership actually is. It isn't about being the smartest person in the room or doing everything yourself. Leadership means providing clarity, removing barriers, and then getting out of the way. It doesn't require a title. In fact, the weakest form of leading, in my opinion, is leading by authority. That mindset has guided how I lead teams and make decisions at Pleora every day. I think uOttawa is one of the most underrated universities in Canada. It offers exceptional programs across the board, from engineering and science to business programs at Telfer. What really stands out to me is the university's commitment to working with industry. Whether it's through collaborative research, consulting projects, or student placements, uOttawa makes those connections real. The campus extension right here in Kanata North is a perfect example of that. It bridges the gap between academia and industry in a very tangible way. For companies like us at Pleora, that means access to talent, fresh ideas, and opportunities to innovate together. It is a strength that benefits both students and businesses, and it is something that I think uOttawa does exceptionally well. Having uOttawa right here in Kanata North is a game changer for companies and the entire tech ecosystem. It makes collaboration so much easier. Instead of driving downtown for a meeting or an interview, we can literally walk over here to campus. That proximity matters, whether it's for co-op placements, research discussions, or brainstorming new ideas. The research happening here at Kanata campus is also highly relevant to the companies around here. Areas like autonomous driving, advanced technologies that align with what many of us here are working on. Being close means joint projects can move faster and feel more integrated. It is not just convenient, it creates a real bridge between academia and industry, which strengthens the whole region. My advice to today's students is simple: make the most of it. The journey is even more important than the destinations. The connections you build and the shift in how you think and lead, that's what stays with you. For me, the biggest learning came from working in teams. Those group projects were a blueprint for how you'll work on the real world. 10 years later, I still meet with my MBA team. We meet a couple times a year. That network is incredibly valuable, not just for opportunities, but for staying connected and inspired. So stay engaged with the uOttawa community, go to alumni events, keep those relationships alive. If nothing else, It's amazing to watch your classmates climb the ladder and succeed, and to know that you're part of that shared journey. If I could leave you with one thought, it is this: your degree is just the beginning. The real value comes from the relationships you build and the mindset you develop. Stay curious, stay connected, and never underestimate the power of this community. Because when Ottawa alumni succeed, we all rise together.